Hello and welcome, racing fans, to Motorsports Radio, home of Motorsports Talk. The final NASCAR Xfinity Series race of the regular season. Winner Eric Jones and the number 20 Joe Gibbs Racing Toyota, who led 10 laps. The most laps led was Kyle Busch, who led 164 of the 200-lap event. Kyle Busch finished in 13, and here is the Motorsports Radio breakdown. Xfinity Series, the driver safety, 200 laps, 300 miles. For Kyle Busch, starts in the pole position on Saturday. Daniel Suarez started in second, and starting third was Justin Allgaier. Elliott Sadler in fourth, Eric Jones in fifth. The NASCAR Sprint Cup Series closed its regular season 2 weekends ago at Richmond, and the day before this weekend's NASCAR Series race, Camping World Truck Series closes its regular season, and the last man standing, if you will, was the NASCAR Xfinity Series on Saturday. A weekend afternoon in the Chicagoland area, and out of the 40 drivers that compete each week, and out of these 40 drivers, 12 are set to be chases. Sprint Cup Series chase starts with the round of 16. However, the NASCAR Xfinity Series starts with the round of 12. Engines fired up at 3:12 p.m. Eastern, and the green flag drops at 3:20 p.m. Eastern time, with the 18, 19, 7, 1, and the 20 in the top 5 starting positions. Daniel Suarez moves up to take the lead. A fight for the lead starts Saturday's race. Top 5, lap 5, Daniel Suarez, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Elliott Sadler, and Justin Allgaier. And then question number 1 comes out. This was at lap, I think it might be lap 6 or 7. Question 5 actually. Question 1 comes out lap 5. Derek Cope's number 70 into the wall. A paint trade scenario at turn 3. Note there was a competition caution schedule for approximately lap 25, so those who chose to pit can only get tires and no fuel. We go back to green at lap 10 with Kyle Busch back in the lead, choosing the outside for the restart. Now the restart was waved off due to the number 4 car who was stuck out there. Ross Chastain, and he's out there. Fuel pump went, and so they had to get the 4 car back out there. Sluggish restart felt like Daniel Suarez reassuming the lead, and the fight for first continues for these two teammates. The 18, however, stealing the 19's air comes the leader once again. Kyle Busch getting very close to Daniel Suarez bumper. Looked like there was some contact, but actually it was so close. Kyle Busch, but there was no. It got very, very close, and of course. There's the whole issue with the air, which is a little scientific. But Daniel Suarez will drop down to 4th. Kyle Larson running second, and then 1.7 seconds behind Kyle. So Kyle Busch with a 1.7 second lead on now second place Kyle Larson. Top 5, lap 25. Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Elliott Sadler, Daniel Suarez, and Joey Logano. And then we have question number 2. And this was the moment of the competition caution. So now drivers can come in for fuel. A race off pit road 4 wide. Puts Ty Dillon's number 3 into the grass. The 20, 18, 19, and the 3. 19 got a little bang up, but now the setup for the second restart at lap 31 with Kyle Busch still in the lead, but the other Kyle Larson steals the lead. The 42, 18, and they're making up the top 3, lap 33. Now the 18 was struggling with some restarts on Saturday. Top 5, lap 35, Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch, Elliott Sadler, Justin Allgaier, and Ty Dillon with 165 to go. 0.2 of a second between the 42 and the 18. 1.1 seconds between the second place, Kyle Busch, and third place, Elliott Sadler. But Kyle Busch on the outside, Kyle Larson on the inside with some one-by-one action. But lap 42, Kyle Busch gets by that 42 car and becomes again the new race leader. Now at lap 42, still a whole lot of, still a lot of racing in this 200 lapper. And as the first 50 laps go by, Kyle Busch goes by some lap traffic. Now, Kyle Busch went to win the final Camping World Truck Series race on Friday, and it looked like Rowdy wanted to seal the deal on the final Xfinity Series race, also final regular season race. But top 5, lap 55, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Elliott Sadler, Justin Allgaier, Eric Jones, and Daniel Suarez drops down tonight. Kyle Busch putting a 1 second lead on Kyle Larson. What makes the Xfinity Series and the trucks different is that you got the rookies racing with the Sprint Cup drivers. So if you're a driver that needs a win to get into the chase, and you get beat to the line by a Sprint Cup driver. That's what makes it a little bit exciting. And then as we hone in on lap 70, we got both Kyles, the 18 and the 42, getting into lap traffic. And the distance between first place Kyle Busch and second place Kyle Larson was about 0.4 seconds. 0.4. The distance between second place Kyle Larson and third place Elliott Sadler of 4.3. And why do I say that? Because here's the 18 and the 14 really on each other, far, far away from the rest of the pack. And then we get to the 80th lap and a round of green flag pit stops. The top two come in the pit, and now the shuffle of positions. Who will be in front after this green flag pit cycle? And during this green flag cycle, we get question number 3. Okay, so going to green flag, question number 3. This one for Ryan Reed's 16 car. Ryan Reed slamming on the brakes in an attempt to enter pit road coming out of turn 3. It hits the brakes, and the 16 spins. No contact with any other cars or the wall. No, just spun. And so now, prior to the question coming out, Brandon Gowen is popped for speeding on pit road, but this was a green flag pit road penalty. And also, so we go 51 green flag laps before this third question comes out. So we get back to green lap 89, 18 and the 42 still in the top 2, and then question number 4, lap 89. The 15 car dropping fluid on the racing surface. The driver of the 15 car was Travis Voppel, and then we get to the 4th restart at lap 96 with Kyle Busch as the race leader, and now in second place Elliott Sadler. Kyle Larson drops down to 3rd. Kyle Busch, the outsider once again. A battle for second between the second place Elliott Sadler and third place Eric Jones. And man, Kyle Larson gets into the wall, drops down to 7th. That's what happened there. And then we get to the race halfway mark at lap 100 with just 12 cars on the lead lap. And now, the second half of Saturday's event starts to unfold. And Kyle Larson then putting Ryan Reed's 16 car into the wall. Kyle Larson, and man, I don't know what happened here. Kyle Larson on the outside, Ryan Reed on the inside with barely, actually looked like no room for the 42 to get by. Contacts that 16, in turn puts the 16 into the wall. This brings out question number 5. Some grayness from Kyle Larson. Needless to say, there seems now to maybe be a little beef between these two drivers. Incident at turn 2. Back to green at lap 106 with a new leader. No, not Kyle Busch, but now we got Joey Logano as the new race leader. Kyle Busch down to 3rd. Joey Logano was driving the 22 car on Saturday. Logano did not pit this time. He actually pitted. So the 22, 18... and the 19 in the top 3, Logano, Kyle Busch up in second, Daniel Suarez in third, and a battle for the lead between the 22 and the 18. Kyle Busch, however, at lap 110 takes the lead, Logano down to second. Boy, I don't know what's going on with Logano this year, both series. And after a 3-lap green flag stretch, question number 113. Fluid on the track again, don't know which car this fluid was from, but Kyle Busch leads the pack again into the 6th restart with Joey Logano behind him, Daniel Suarez behind him. Restart lap 117, and all of a sudden Joey Logano drops down to 5th. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, and Elliott Sadler making up the top 3 at lap 120 with 80 to go. Top 5 lap 125. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Elliott Sadler, Kyle Larson, and Daniel Suarez. And then the top 5 at lap 145. Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, Kyle Larson, Elliott Sadler, Daniel Suarez. The 18, 20, 42, and 1 and 19. And as the second round of green flag pit stop looms, lap 150, we get to lap 150, which starts the last 50. Then lap 151 starts another round of green flag pit stops. The second round of green flag pit stops, but the and a speeding penalty for the 42 car. Kyle Larson now had to serve a pass-through. Kyle Busch resumes the lead position after pitting. Eric Jones in second. Ryan Preece in third. 18, 20, and the 0-1. But Kyle Larson drops from third down to 14th. And then at lap 160, question number 7, Jordan Anderson's 51 car stalls on the back stretch there. And now cars get ready for another restart. Lap 165. And so we have 1827 restart, Kyle Busch, Eric Jones, and Justin Allgaier. And once this Eric Jones comes up for the lead, like maybe 5 seconds until Kyle Busch takes that lead right back. Erik Jones down to second with Justin Allgaier on his inside with a fight for second. 2 laps after the restart, Allgaier now in second, Erik Jones in third, and it's so far a fight for the lead. Kyle Busch and leaving. Kyle Busch was leaving a lot of room, however, between him and second place driver, which was Justin Allgaier. The 18, 17, and the 20 in the top 3 with 30 laps to go. Kyle Busch with 1.5 second, 0.5 lead on Justin Allgaier at lap 173. And now the cars go around for the 180th time, lap 180, the start of the last 20, with 16 cars now on the lead lap. And a whoa moment, Kyle Busch gets loose and spins at lap 181. The leader gets loose, and what happened? As the 18 makes some contact with the wall, tire down, and then spins, and blink, things can change. No major damage to the 18. Looked like Kyle Busch slowed it down pretty good before contacting that wall, which I think was at turn 3. And so now back to green at lap 186 with 14 laps to go, and Elliott Sadler in the lead. Clint Boyer in second. Paul Menard in third. And here we go into the no blink zone. No blink. Top 3, lap 190, the last 10. Elliott Sadler, Erik Jones, Kyle Larson. And then number 20 chasing that number 1. A Toyota chasing a Chevrolet. And here he goes. Erik Jones getting on Sadler's inside and moves to the front to take the lead. Lap 191 going into 192. Then we get to lap 195, the final 5. Kyle Larson moves up to second. Elliott Sadler down to third. Erik Jones in the lead. 42 chasing that 20 now. A fight for the lead getting into the final 2 laps. Erik Jones on the outside along the wall. Kyle Larson on the inside along the infield. And Kyle Larson bumps the outside wall. He was in it. So he's on the inside, and Erik Jones on the outside. He winds up coming up to the outside and boom into the wall. Bumps the wall, and Erik Jones crosses that finish line to win that. So he goes to hit the wall. Erik Jones goes in for the win to win the Drive for Safety 300. It was a major crash. If you don't watch racing long enough, they kind of drift up there and boom, bump the wall there. A little shade of paint, that's about it. Top 5 finishes on Saturday's last regular season Xfinity Series race. Erik Jones for the win. Kyle Larson finishes second. Elliott Sadler third. Daniel Suarez fourth. Justin Allgaier in fifth. That'll be the 20, 42, 119, and the 7. Kyle Busch, the pole setter, finishes in 13th. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the round of 12 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, the Chases. Now, this isn't in the order, their order at the moment. It's just the names they spit out after the race, but we will get to the exact order on Thursday's weekend edition. But here are the names, the Chasers in the round of 12. It's Erik Jones, Elliott Sadler, Daniel Suarez, Justin Allgaier, Ty Dillon, Brandon Jones, Brennan Gaughan, Brendan Poole, Darrell Wallace Jr., Ryan Reed, Ryan Siege, and Blake Koch. So what we're going to do is on Thursday, if you're familiar with the Thursday weekend edition of Motorsports Radio, we start with the driver standings, so we'll go over the chase stuff, and then racing news and all that good stuff. So there you go. And now IndyCar finished its season last night. Simon Pagenaud became the 2016 IndyCar champion. Motorsports Radio Race Info. 22 lead changes, 11 leaders, top speed 177.13 miles per hour. Fastest lap time 30.486 seconds. 8 cautions, 38 yellow flag laps. Race length 2 hours, 42 minutes, and 12 seconds. Alright, so the first race of the chase for the NASCAR Xfinity Series is on Saturday night from Kentucky. Thank you for tuning in from Long Island's Community Radio. This is Motorsports Radio, CommunityRadioLI.com, and click on the Motorsports Radio button.